Hello everyone, welcome to ELETS BFSI AI and Analytics Summit. Today we are joined by Mr. Srikumar, founder and CEO of Alpha Rhythm Technologies. Welcome to the summit, sir.
Hi.
So, sir, what inspired you to start Alpha Rhythm Technologies, and how did you identify the need for a specific solutions in the market?
Okay, interesting question. You want me to hold the mic?
No, sir, no, it's
Okay, and we'll hold it. Okay, so basically, we are a data and AI company. Before starting my own firm, I come from the data background. I used to work for Standard Chartered Bank in Singapore. So I implemented Basel II program for Standard Chartered Bank back in 2000. Where we were integrating about 150 sources of data with 200 countries and so on and so forth. It was a large project. So that gave us a lot of experience in terms of implementing data projects. And then I did a full circle around various banks in Asia Pac. I went to the UK, worked for HSBC, Barclays and all that. There's a lot of banking related experience where I had gained. And then when I found an opportunity to outsource a project in the UK, instead of giving it to somebody I didn't know, I told my colleagues back in the day that I'll come to India, open a company, and then we started out with a one-man band, and then it became almost $1 million in overseas support revenue types. So that's how Alpharism was actually born, predominantly as an offshore services provider for our clients in the UK. And then over a period of time, we have worked in the last 10 years. We've worked with about 150 clients in India, a lot of banks, a lot of insurance companies, retailers, pharmaceuticals, government, and so on and so forth. So that's how we are known in the market as a data and AI firm.
So, sir, as you said about the data thing, so what are your views on the DPDP Act?
It's a very interesting act that is coming up. So it's sort of falling in the lines of GDPR in Europe. So because we do a lot of work in the UK with customers in the European region, we know how important those laws are. But DPDP is sort of a cut down version of that act that is applicable in India now. I think one of the key factors would be consent. Today, if you look at customer data, it's not really secured. It's just publicly available. Because if I go into Lifestyle or Reliance, the first thing they ask me is a mobile number. So that's where it starts, and they ask me to drop my card inside the glass jar. I drop it, and then that's the starting of the information that goes out everywhere, right? So in the market, I think it's about a person's individual record is selling for about $1, $1. So that's what the market rate is. So customers are not aware, consumers are not aware of the impact of sending their data out or willy-nilly giving that information out. With DPDP, there is something called consent. So we have to obtain consent as an organization. So if I'm a bank, I have my customers. When I obtain their details, I need to ensure that data is collected, stored securely, blah, blah, blah. Plus, also, I need to obtain consent for which I'm going to use the data. For example, if I use customers' data for analytics, I need to tell the customer, can I use your data for analytics? Can I use your data for marketing purposes? And so on and so forth. So I think it's a very good and timely act that the Indian government has come up with. So kudos to them. And I think banks and insurance companies today are the first who will lead with that initiative. They are still trying to understand. The act at the moment is left to interpretation. Different companies are saying, oh, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. So we are having conversations with the compliance teams of the banks and insurance companies in terms of, we have a point of view on what what the act is about and how technology can solve this DPDP or make an organization compliant. So that's what we are working towards, and it's an interesting time that we're living through.
Thank you for the detailed answer, sir. So, sir, could you walk us through the initial challenges you have faced while establishing the company, and how did you overcome them?
Oh my God, I don't know where to start from. It was 10 plus years ago. There were a lot of challenges because for me, I came from the UK to set up a business in India. Before that, I was out of India for almost 15, 20 years. I was working outside India. So for me, when I came to India, professionally, it was a shock because the way Indian customers work, and respond to certain things are very different from the way I was used to back in the day in the UK or in Singapore. And also my wife, who was a Singapore citizen, she was born and brought up in Singapore, and then obviously she came along when we moved to India, and it was a cultural shock for her in terms of dealing with even a plumber, for that matter, or a carpenter. It was such a nightmare to deal with them and get things done. And then she mastered that art, if you like, and she's done really well over the years. But yeah, so initially those were the struggles that we had. From a business perspective, I think India's it's got fantastic talent pool. So we never had a problem in finding the technical resources and the business domain knowledge and everything else in order to run a company. So that was never a challenge. It was just it took a while to get adjusted to the local business climate and customer expectations and how we could respond to that. Yeah, I think it's been an interesting journey for the past 10 plus years.
Great answer, sir. So, sir, could you share any recent technological breakthrough or project that Alpharythm is particularly proud of?
So as a company, we specialize in data and AI. When I say AI, it's a traditional AI that we used to be specialized in. Now, in the last 1 year with ChatGPT and Gen AI taking the world by storm, if we don't do anything in Gen AI, it looks like we are committing a crime. Right? So, and every organization that I talk to has also started some initiative. So we're also responding to market demands. So we also started a Gen AI practice. And during the course of conversation with the customers, we realized that most customers want to jump on the Gen AI bandwagon, but they don't know where to start off. They're still struggling to identify the right use case for their organization. So having that, the experience of talking to multiple customers and the expertise to develop those AI models, we are now approaching customers and saying, hey, we have 5 use cases that are applicable to banks, 10 cases for insurance. Can we pick and choose from this menu? And then we will come and do a little, POC or a pilot, and we will help you jumpstart we can sell the licenses and services associated with it. And in fact, there is a package that we're running with now, which is under 10 lakhs that we can, offer to clients where customers are in the experimental stage now. And it will take some time before they productionize the whole thing. So Gen AI is definitely an area we're working on. But also we realize that for Gen AI to work and ensure that the models don't hallucinate, a lot of cases of chatbots going haywire, hallucinating, giving wrong information to people, etc., etc. In my presentation this morning, I was talking about one of those examples as well. So the thing is, governance becomes a very important aspect of AI models, building and deploying AI models. So data governance and AI governance go hand in hand. So we have specialists who can help customers with that. And then the other area we are working with large banks is master data management as well. So Customer 360, MDM, those are governance, those are all our areas. And we're seeing how Gen AI can help fast track some of these initiatives.
Okay. So, sir, how do you think this ELETS AI Analytics Summit is changing the landscape of the BFSI industry currently?
I think you guys are doing a fantastic job because it's, I think I see it as a platform where multiple individuals who are sort of not entrepreneurs, but they're sort of, I call them like intrapreneurs, right? So these guys are CDOs and CIOs or in the organizations who are making those executive decisions, right? So we all need that platform to come together and find out what every other business is doing. And today it's an open and transparent world. Everybody is wanting to share what they're doing with the others. People are not seeing it as infringement or privacy or anything like that. It's common information. Of course, there are some sensitive information which is not getting shared. But in terms of use cases, how one bank is getting value, on a particular technology implementation or a use case implementation, that is getting shared in these forums. And I think other customers are learning from it. And even us as service providers and consultants, we are learning from the other customers as well. So when we take that idea, we can say, you know what, this bank is doing that. Can we go and implement this in your bank? So that sort of conversations happening. So ELETS is actually doing a great job in terms of acting as an enabler for that platform, for people to come together and share ideas and eventually innovate in India.
Yep.
That.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being with us today, and I hope you have a great day today.